Sound good.
Ladies and gentlemen, RYK here with the FTW Premier Promo League, welcoming you to another episode of Saturday Night Turbulence. An action-packed show this week, even though we've only got 2 matches to go over. There is lots to discuss as Mayhem, our next Super Show, is only 1 week away. Tonight, you will see the debut of Mad Mike as he takes on Winthrop Percy Alexander IV. And in our main event, it is triple threat action as Kenzo X takes on the King of Dad Style and the Young Buck Tyler Woodward in a triple threat to decide who is the #1 contender for the FTW World Championship. Let's go right now to our first matchup of the evening as Mad Mike takes on WPA4.
FTW, the new generation. This week's show, you get the privilege to have the debut of the legendary Psycho Mike, and I'm going against some Care Bear by the name of WPA. Well, WPA, I don't care what your wrestling skills are, because they're about 6 to 7 feet or levels below what I have in store for you, son. I've been around this thing we call E-Fed Wrestling since the summer of 2012. So I am almost basically at my 10-year mark. So if you think I'm going to lose to a man that I don't know or even care to know, you are sadly mistaken. See this match? You say promo limit is 6 minutes. I don't need 6 minutes to dissect and decimate and annihilate WPA. See, because quite frankly, like good old JR says, the legendary Psycho Mike is here and business indeed has picked up. See, I'm going to hit you with some very high impact moves when we meet inside that circle of pain. Because from the very opening seconds to the mere final seconds, WPA will suffer nothing but absolute pain. And it would indeed be my pleasure to give you that very devastating pain. See, because I am truly legendary. I am truly a legend, and I am to be held in high regard and respected by all the boys in the back, regardless if you know my resume, because for this video, I can't even tell you my whole resume. I done won title after title after title after title after title. King of the Ring winner, 2-time Money in the Bank winner. I done did shit like that. But WPA, I can finish you off with the psych outs. Elbow to your stomach, elbow to your chest, elbow to your throat, followed by a deep vertical delay into the brain buster. Or I can finish you with the dream killer. Double arm DDT, headlock driving combination. Or if I really want to punish you, WPA, I lock you in the warlock. And before that bell rings, the referee gotta say, "Let the conflict end."
FTW. It is Winthrop Percy Alexander IV. What the hell did I just listen to? this job enhancement talent. FTW, you guys are not getting another check out of me, no matter how much it screams jobber. Enhancement talent. Psycho Mike, the legend. Ooh, wow. So you're saying you've been doing this since the summer of 2012, yet that means you've been doing it for almost 10 years and you still absolutely suck. I have never sucked at anything this bad in my life, yet you continue to do so. I don't know whether I should tip my hat to you or vomit in a trash can, because I would not be wasting 10 years of my life on something that I absolutely suck at. I do have a couple pointers. Maybe read Standout 2.0. Maybe. Right now, the only thing good about you is you have a nice beard. Could use a little bit of oil. Could use a little bit of combing and trimming. That's about as good as you're getting. Crazy like a fox. You call yourself Psycho Mike. Maybe you want to read Crazy Like a Fox. One thing I do not agree with, Psycho Mike, is you are far from a legend. Far from. Especially if you've been doing this for 10 years. Hell, even if you've only been doing this for 2 years, you still absolutely suck. If I were you, I would take my promo gear and throw it right in the trash can. Because whether you've been doing this for 2 years or 10 years, one thing is quite evident. You absolutely suck. Give it up. Stop it now. You're wasting valuable time, valuable resources. Psycho Mike. That fits. Legend? No. Let's chop that one off at the knees. Stop that one now. Now, normally, Winthrop Percy Alexander IV, I will get all dressed up. I do my promos. Dress shirt. Maybe a tie. Hell, sometimes when I'm not feeling it, I will even do it in a polo. Nope. Not for your bum ass. Your bum ass, white t-shirt, basketball shorts. That's all you're getting. FTW, what are you doing? You consistently put me in these matches with these jobbers. Excuse me. Enhancement talents. I appreciate the easy wins, but come on. I am your top star. I'm your only star, to be frank. Yet, week after week, I am being put in these stupid matches with newbies and enhancement talent of 10 years. Come on, FTW. Let's do better. Let's do better by Winthrop Percy Alexander IV. And Psycho Mike, best of luck to you with our promo match, because from what I've seen, you're clearly going to need it. WPA out.
Your winner, Winthrop Percy Alexander IV. A victory for WPA4 here at Saturday Night.
Greatness. nest that does this. Sycamore.
Where's the same energy, Deshaun? Where did you go? After I interrupted you last week, it seems like you have disappeared from our screens, Deshaun. What, just because Lamar isn't around, you can't grace our presence anymore? You see, Deshaun, I haven't got a clear-cut answer from you. May the 21st, FCW presents Mayhem. And yet you remain silent. But I'm a patient man, Deshaun, and I'll still wait for you. I have all day. But just know, my patience will run thin, Deshaun. And if I don't get an answer soon, I think we all know how this will play out. Target, set, bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen confrontations, we've heard rumors, we've had agreements, but this is now official. At FTW Mayhem, the young gun, Stephen Faison, will take on DB Greatness in a no-holds-barred grudge match. This will finally put an end to the rivalry these two have had stemming back to FTW Mania, where DB Greatness and the Young Gun were neck and neck in the Platinum Guarantee match. DB Greatness getting the better end of that, the Young Gun not happy with it, and in the subsequent weeks, DB Greatness has chosen not to take on Stephen Faison. Finally, we will get to see this come to a head, and these two go at it one-on-one at FTW Mayhem, just 1 week away. Folks, at this time, we would like to transition to a new segment here in FTW Saturday Night Turbulence as we take you to Trent Talk, where the FTW Turbulence Champion Trent will speak with Tyler Drummond, the commissioner.
FTW presents another thrilling edition of Trent Talk, hosted by Turbulence Champion Trent.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the premier talk show of the Premier Promo League. 'Tis I, the champion of the flock, the heart and soul of FTW, but most importantly, I am your Turbulence King! And welcome, everybody, to Trent Talk. I am, of course, Trent, your reigning, defending Turbulence Champion. And I'm very, very honored to be hosting the first edition of the Trent Talk live on Saturday Night Turbulence. And unlike last time, which was treated like a big joke because AJ Storm, for as much as he wanted that Turbulence Championship match, didn't say a damn word, this week I'm actually going to get a response. You see, do you mind if I crack open some water here? Helps clear up the throat a little bit, because I'm going to need it, because today's guest, very special, deserves quite the introduction. Today's featured guest, who is lucky enough to be appearing on the Trent Talk, is none other than the FTW admin himself, the Army of One, Tyler Drummond! Come on out, Mr. Drummond, and greet your adoring fans.
Thanks, Trent. I appreciate you having me on the inaugural episode of Trent Talk on Saturday Night Turbulence. I am excited to be here.
Now, Drummy, the reason I brought you here on this show is because, well, honestly, I want to ask you a few questions. And it can really be boiled down to 3 different kinds. Question number 1, Mr. Drummy. What has it been like since the beginning of the new generation? What has it been like since Black Wednesday? What has it been like since the start of the Saturday Night Wars? Because you see, Drummy, I know backstage you were running around, pulling your hair out, wondering what in the world is going to happen next for FTW. Because you've been stressed out since day one, my friend. You have been stressed out ever since our resources were cut in half. It's like Thanos appeared with the Infinity Gauntlet and just snapped everybody away. And while it's truly left, the proven draws behind, the same can't be said for you, Drummy. You're still in FTW, but honestly, you're like Ant-Man in Endgame. You're still around, but no one really hears from you anymore. You pop in and out whenever it's convenient to you. So I just gotta ask, Drummy. I just gotta ask you one thing. Are you ready for the new generation? Because right now, you're proving that you can't pick up the slack.
Wow. You're going to hit me with the tough questions right off the bat. I can respect that. Black Wednesday. Black Wednesday was difficult, I'll be honest. There was a part of me that actually wanted to walk away, but I have worked too hard. I have been a part of too much here in FTW to walk away and leave it. And I think it's funny that you talk about me being stressed out because, yeah, I've definitely been stressed out. And I think as the guy who runs the league, it is up to me whether or not I want to pop in and pop out. That's what I did when the other guy was around. That's how I've always operated. We all know that I do this as a hobby on the side and that I don't have as much available free time as other people do. So I have to be here when I can. But when you say I'm not picking up the slack, that's what confuses me because I think I've picked up the slack just fine. We took a couple of weeks off to regroup. You say we have half the resources. What resources left? The resources that didn't want to be here anyways. We've got the best roster we could possibly have right now. I'm excited about the direction. I'm just a little confused on why you're coming at me this way because I wasn't the one that asked anybody to walk away. I wasn't the one that asked for all of the drama. I'm just the one that's here trying to pick up the pieces.
Excuses, excuses, excuses. Question number 2, Mr. Drummy. What happened to the Army of One? I'm not just talking about that crappy little I'm not just talking about that crappy little nickname, okay? You see, when I first stepped foot into FTW, the first match I ever competed in at a Super Show was at House of Horrors. I faced a menacing, vindictive, elusive, and downright dangerous competitor named the Army of One. I went one-on-one against him and I failed. He was the better man that night, but I look across from me right now and I see someone who is the Army of One in name only, Drummy. Because when I look across this table, when I look at the person I am looking down the barrel at, I'm looking him in the eyes and asking him these questions. I don't see the Army of One. What I see is a washed-up, middle-aged Wisconsin deadbeat dad who's scrambling around trying to put together a weekly show for everybody and has forgotten what this is all about. You've definitely forgotten what we do around here. You've taken the fun out of FTW. And right now, I'm not looking at the Army of One. I'm looking at a corporate shill. So tell me, Drummy, what happened to the Army of One?
Washed up, middle-aged Wisconsin dad. And he wants to know what happened to the Army of One. Why doesn't the Army of One promo? Because the Army of One is too busy making sure this show continues to run. Maybe what happened to the Army of One was he trusted too many people. Maybe the Army of One forgot who he really was. And when the Army of One only concentrates on himself, only concentrates on making himself better, that is when the Army of One is at its best. You don't want this. You didn't want this in the past. You tell me that I'm the better man on that day. I will tell you I am the better man on every day.
I thought you might say that. Because I have one thing left to ask you, Drummy. One thing. Question number 3. How would you like to go one-on-one with the one who holds the Turbulence Championship around his shoulder? Because you see, Drummy, whether you're the army of one or whether you're channeling that inner darkness inside of you as the high priest, I have been long overdue for a do-over. Because House of Horrors was a mistake. House of Horrors was a weird transitional period for me. It was when I was overcoming my demons as T.A. Wilson. It was when I finally buckled down and wanted to be myself. And instead, you capitalized on that opportunity and you took it from me. So how about it, Drummy? You haven't had a championship opportunity. How would you like to go one-on-one with the Turbulence King? Or maybe you're just scared of me. Isn't that right, Mr. High Priest? Because no amount of praying, no amount of crying or begging will ever make you brave enough to take on the man who beat the undefeated titan of the business to claim this title for himself.
Okay. So I'm hip to what you're doing here. You didn't actually want to have me on Trent Talk. You just wanted to bring me on here so you could challenge me to a match. So you could pull up your big boy undies and get past that weird transitional phase, which, by the way, congratulations on making it through puberty. We all understand what a weird transitional phase that is. I just don't understand why it happened so late in your life. Now, you want to go one-on-one with the Army of One. I have no problem going one-on-one with the Turbulence Champion, Trent. However, when you are in a position of authority, when you run a league like I do, you always have a plan. And as much as I would like to rip that title out of your hands, I think I can do one better. It might be a little bit more satisfying to sit back and watch someone else kick your ass. So how about it? How about I handpick an opponent for you at Mayhem for that Turbulence Championship?
I knew you were going to do that. I knew you were going to duck my challenge. I knew you were going to turn me down because, oh, Lord forbid, you know, I get my win back over you. Okay, I get it, Hulk Hogan. It's fine. It's fine. We all know who the better man here is. Okay? But if you want to go ahead and brag that you found somebody else for me, if you want to go ahead and say, oh, don't worry, Trent, I got you covered. I have a competitor who'd be willing to take on the White Raven anytime, any week. Well, how about you go ahead and show me this chosen one you've brought in for the sole purpose of defeating me? I'll wait. I'll wait kindly for you.
Oh yes. You want to know who your hand-picked opponent is. You want me to tell you. You want me to introduce you to the person that is going to face you for your Turbulence Championship at Mayhem. But would you believe me if I told you you already knew who this person was? In fact, you've already met this person. And might I add, it is so nice to be back in business with this person. Without further ado, Trent, your opponent for Mayhem, the best in the world, Trevor Robinson.
Hey Trent, how you doing, champ? I'm tired of waiting for you. Time's up.
No. No. No, 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 no! He's alive? Didn't you bury his ass? Why am I asking questions? Why am I bothering with logic? Why am I not surprised? Listen here! You want to make a disgrace, a mockery out of my talk show? You don't have the balls to accept a challenge from me, but instead you're gonna make my brother. At least I thought he was my brother. I thought we patched things up, but I guess not, since he's betrayed me. So guess what, Trevor? I hope you pay attention when I say this. Trevor, you are on for mayhem. I'm going to rip every bone out of your body, and I will retain my Turbulence Championship. Because this title means more to me. It means more to me, Trevor, than you, your friendship, your brotherhood. This means more than any of that will ever be to me. Because Trevor, what you fail to understand is that I have evolved. I'm not just plain old Trent anymore. I'm no longer an ultimate being. I've transcended that. I'm walking a new plane of existence. I am the champion of the flock. I am the heart and soul of this promotion. And most importantly, I am the Turbulence King. And he's about to make you bow down. He's about to make you kneel before the throne. And he's about to rid you from FTW once again. So I hope, Trevor, you're taking notes. Because this is personal!
Ladies and gentlemen, a rather hostile-looking Trent poking the bear, as it were, against admin Tyler Drummond, issuing challenges, and Tyler firing back, saying that the Turbulence Championship at Mayhem will be defended against Trevor Robinson. Quite a lot of developments in a short period of time. Also happening at FTW Mayhem just 1 week away, the tag team titles will be defended as the Chaotic Storm defends against Death Nightmare. Now, for those of you that have paid attention to our Facebook wall, you'll notice that in the last week, a very grim character has made an appearance. Let's take a look at what might answer some of the questions that have come up since his appearance.
They say cut off the head and the body will follow. But FTW is not a snake. Its body has the ability to act autonomously. It has the ability to grow a new head. A better head. I cannot sit back in the shadows as a mere spectator while this plays out. I cannot watch as weak leadership and poor narration slowly destroys FTW. There must be an uprising. This is not cutting off the head. I come at you with the most precise scalpel to perfectly slice off the cancer. That cancer is you, Byron. You've been fucking up. You know it as well as I do. You ain't fit to fucking lead. I wanted to do some drawn-out elaborate reveal, but shit, by that time you would have fucked off another third of the members. Next week at Mayhem, we gotta stay.
Nigga.
As you can see, folks, Mike Beast Mode Bonez has come to FTW in order to save us from the owner, the Mad King, Byron Hinton, and FTW officials have made this match valid for FTW Mayhem coming up in just 1 short week. This card has built itself over the course of the weeks, and you get to bear witness to it only 7 days away. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it is time for our main event triple threat matchup as Kenzo X takes on the Young Buck Tyler Woodward, takes on the King of Dad Style Leon Wonderman, where the winner will get to face Mr. Wallace next week at FTW Mayhem for the FTW World Championship. Let us waste no more time and get right to the action in tonight's main event.
FTW New Generation. Yours truly, Kenzo X. Shall I call myself again Kenzo Blackheart? The Split. So in our show, FTW New Generation, I am against a guy who calls himself the new daddy of new style, whatever he calls himself. It doesn't even matter. Because here, in this match, I will be the daddy, and you will be my bitch. And next, Mr. Young Buck, Mr. Know-It-All, Mr. Bruno Mars, look-alike. Listen here, buddy. You haven't faced a guy who has championship material just like me. You haven't faced a guy with my kind of caliber. So you better be training your hardest for you to even have the chance in defeating me or the other guy. See, Young Buck, you will never, ever defeat me. Not a chance. So once you get in that ring, both of you, when you get in this ring, I will shut you both down and drag you down to your eternal mission.
FTW. How's everyone doing? Right? I'm doing great, you know. I might have come off that big loss, but I've been put into a new title opportunity. I've been put into that triple threat. I am put into this triple threat tonight, and I'm not going to let a second opportunity walk away from me. I'm not going to let that single problem that I had in that match get me down. So FTW, let's talk about my competitors, shall we? Let's talk about my victims. So we got Kenzo Blackheart, a man that I am facing for the PPA world title at PPA Bloodstorm at the end of the month. You see, Kenzo, this is going to be a preview. This is going to be the preview of the arse whipping that I am about to deliver you. The fucking 1, 2, 3, the fucking spear through your heart That is what is going to happen here tonight. But then when it comes to PPA, I'm going to go there and pick up the pieces. I'm going to go pick up the pieces of that dead corpse of yours and rip that title from you. Just like I am ripping this title opportunity for the FTW World Championship away from you. Kenzo, you are all smoke and mirrors. That is all you are, is smoke and mirrors. Because that editing of yours, the fucking, you covering your face with that shitty ass filter, literally smoke and mirrors. You literally have smoke rising up, probably coming out of your ass, because that is all the substance that you have got. And come tonight and come PPA Bloodstorm, I am taking you out. I am putting my fist through your jaw for that title and for this title opportunity. So let's get on to the man that I made. The person that thinks he's a self-made man, but the reality is I made him. I made the King of Dad Style. I gave him everything. I gave him his intro. I gave him a direction. I even gave him a script. And even then he failed. Even then, with the script that I made him, he failed. He failed to understand what being a promo artist is. He failed to understand that his words need to cut deep. And they don't. They don't cut deep because they're not pre-written for him. He's talking off the cuff. He's trying to come up with the best thing in the world just to cut me down. I guarantee you he's going to come out here tonight and go, fuck you, Mumbles. That's what he's going to do because it's so fucking predictable. It's predictable that he comes out here and go, shut the fuck up, Mumbles. With bald head and everything like that. That's what he's going to do. He can't come up with anything original. He might come out here and do a fat joke. Something that I have heard for years. Something that I have had to overcome, that I am still overcoming today. He will come out here and use that as a joke or use that to cut me deep. But you see, King of Dad Style, I have always had your number. I have always had your number, whether it comes to Last Man Standing or FTW. This might be the first time me and you are facing off here tonight, but I've always had your number. I've always been the better promo artist, but you can come out here and go through, oh, Tyler's going to come out here and just mumble his way through. Tyler's going to come out here and he's just going to come up with some same old bullshit. But no, that everything I do is original. I've even changed the background for this match. I've changed everything. I don't have the green screen out here. I just have my beaten up garage. Because it just shows how unhinged I am. It shows how angry I am that I can't get to the title opportunity without running through you two. Without running through you two, I cannot go back to where I belong. And that's in that championship match against Mr. Wallace. Against the man that calls himself my promo uncle. That calls himself the promo uncle of the Young Buck. But really, the only lesson he taught me is rising up to the occasion. And I'm not going to fall back down the card. I am not going to let this opportunity run away from me like I did the last time. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Kenzo Blackheart, King of Dad Style, FTW management. You're looking at the new #1 contender. You are looking at the new face of FTW because the new generation of FTW will not start until the Young Buck is world champion.
So, triple threat match for a #1 contendership. Mumbles, I'm fed up of facing you. I really am. I've beaten you so many times before, mate. You're a piece of piss. I don't even know the other guy I'm facing. Good luck to you, kid. You're going to need it. You're against the fucking king. Now, I could sit here and I could bore you all with why I'm going to win and how I'm going to win and all this sort of shit. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to sit here and tell you, I am going to win. I am going to go forward and I am going to take the title. The king needs gold. The king fucking deserves gold. I have been here so long. I have faced so many fucking people. I've had one win. It's not because them people were better than me. It's just because they've been here longer. They've had more practice at sucking the dick of management. I ain't sucking no management dick. I'm here because I fucking deserve to be. I'm going to hold the title because I fucking deserve to. I'm going to beat people based on how good I am. Not based on how far I can put my hand up the fucking arse. The king of dad style. I live with 8 children. You lot are nothing to me. If I can survive that, I can batter down some piss ants. Think of this as AEW and WWE. You lot are WWE. You've been around longer. You're worth more. You've got more gumption in you. I'm fucking AEW. I'm the new up-and-comer. I'm the one that can push this company to its peak. I'm the one that will be around for ages. The king will be here whipping people when all you lot are pissed off because you got bored or you didn't get what you wanted or all that sort of shit. I am the king. I am Chaos's bitch. And you know what? I'm even getting bored of that. I don't want to be no one's bitch. I am my own fucking person. So, when I win this match against Mumbles and that other dude, I'm going to go to the champion. And I don't want a bog standard one-on-one match. Nah, fuck that. That's boring. I want to make it interesting. So, this is a direct call to the champion. Let's make some history. Think of a brand new match. Think of a match that only the champion and the king could have on a pay-per-view. And let's make it fun. You know, I'm prepared for a Mumbles mum on a stick match. I already own her. Let's do a promo on a stick match. Don't know what that means. Let's do something new. Let's do something to get our fucking names out there. Because I can tell you one thing, Mumbles ain't going to win this. Not a chance in God's green earth. You know? I can hardly understand half of what he's saying when he's talking on the phone to me. He can stand up in front of a camera and mumble his way through about how he got people on their back. Yeah, well, I've had people on the back as well. I've got 9 kids from it. It's not hard, mate. Other dude. Don't know you. Haven't seen a promo from you. Maybe you're good. Maybe you're not. It doesn't really matter. You're not better than me. No one is better than me. And I am getting sick of losing. Because people are on their knees. I will never bend for management. It's about time management started bending for me. I am the king. I fucking deserve it. And if this pisses off management, then please, come to me. I will put you in your place as well. I will go the whole fucking card of the pay-per-view, taking out the champion, taking out the management, taking out all the little piss ants below them. I do not give a shit. I will hold that title. The king can promise you that. Peace out, motherfuckers.
Your winner, the Young Buck. Ladies and gentlemen, the Young Buck Tyler Woodward has earned his way back into the FTW Heavyweight Championship picture. He is now officially the top contender for the prize and will face the champion, Mr. Wallace, in 1 week's time at FTW MAYhem, happening Saturday, May 28th. It is the first Super Show of the new generation, and if you want to be a part of the action, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, enable notifications so you can have a front row seat. Check out our Facebook page at FTW Promo League, the new generation. Be sure to patronize all of our partner promo federations. And, well, quite honestly, I was expecting to be interrupted there, but it looks like that's not going to happen. We've got a great show closing coming up right here. Thank you once again for joining us. We will see you next week at FTW Mania. I am RYK on behalf of FTW Premier Promo League.